Thankfully, Dennis Schröder is joining us on the line, so we have to stop filling time with our mundane stories about life. Dennis, big win last night. I feel like you're timing all these wins in time for these appearances, man, because we always got great things to ask you.
Yeah, I was thinking about the same thing. Every time when I joined the show, we, get a W, a big one against a good team,
Yeah,
and I'm glad we got that one.
yeah. You say that as if you didn't have the game clinching bucket at the end. You know,
I
it.
mean, I played terrible though before. Didn't make a shot. I mean, of course, Pascal Siakam, OG, Scotty, they did a great job of, Jakob Poeltl, the people off the bench. Precious did a great job. GT, everybody, contributed, I think, for this win, to this win. And that's how it's supposed to be.
Yeah, but here's the thing: you're on the show right now, and so we got to ask you to take us through that final play because it was for people who don't remember. It was I think 108 to 105 for Toronto. You guys had the ball, but there was enough time for Phoenix to get the ball back. So you guys need to score because obviously Katie and Booker on the other side, and you ended up getting the layup around Yusuf Nurkic. I believe you had the ball the whole possession. Just take us through what happened on that play.
Yeah, coach wanted angle five. I mean, just to pick and roll with me and Yak, I think. He set a good screen. I raised the big Nurkic, and they switched. And I wanted to pass it out to Pascal Siakam, but he had no really mismatch on him. So, I was just confident in myself playing against the big Yusuf Nurkic. I seen him a couple of times in the national team as well. And I mean, I just, took him one-on-one, and gladly I made the bucket.
So Dennis, you have Nurkic in that situation, and you drive, and that was the play where you kind of did the little Steve Nash move, where you bring the big out with you out the other side of the lane. When you're doing that, sometimes we'll see a point guard make a pass out of that. Sometimes the quick stop and try to just use the rim as protection from the big. What are you looking for in the big when you're going through that move? What is your signal that hey, I've got a pass here, I should shoot here, or nah, I should bring him out and one-on-one against him?
Yeah, I mean, in the first half, I had a similar play, and I didn't even hit the rim. So I was like, okay, let me just be patient and dribble it out and see if we got a mismatch. And I seen Yusuf Nurkic, kept going with me, and was a one-on-one play mismatch, and I was comfortable, playing against him, and just took it out, took my time, was patient, and yeah, scored.
Yeah. Another big play. I mean, I know you said you struggled, but I would say one of my favorite plays of last night was I think Yak got a block in the third quarter. You guys got on the break. You had the ball, and you threw a nutmeg bounce pass between Katie's legs to Pascal for the breakaway. Take us through that. Did you intend to Was that your you were thinking in your mind yeah, the only way to get this pass through is to nutmeg KD?
Of course. I mean, it was a hell of a play by Yak, getting that rejection. I got the rebound, just running out. You want to play with pace. And I mean, I seen, I think it was Okoshi and, Kevin Durant running back. And I was like, okay, if I pass it, just down below, it might be a kick ball, goes through. And that was my thought process, on that play. And after the game, I seen on my Instagram, people tagged me and it went through his legs. I didn't even see it at first.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, it was a big time play.
Yeah, that was really nice. So Blake had the stat here for you. So go ahead.
Yeah, so you had 12 assists and 0 turnovers yesterday. You have 21 assists and 0 turnovers over the last 2 games. I know you were a little critical of yourself there with the shooting percentage last night and maybe the last 2 games. But when you see a stat like that, if you look at the box score after the game, you see such a big assist total and 0 turnovers. How much does that weigh into how you're evaluating your own game? Because that's a pretty rare thing to be setting teammates up that much without coughing up the ball.
Yeah, I mean, I just try to be, start my role, try to like find my teammates. We got so much talent in that, locker room. I think I got to set the tone of, leading the team, making sure everybody get in the right spots, getting the right shots we want to take. And I think when we play defense and, go out and run and transition, I think it's really, really hard to stop us. And we showed it, in different type of games, sometimes not for 48 minutes, but I mean, we showed that we can, stick with like good teams, and I think that's what our identity is about, and how we got to play as a unit. And of course, I mean, it's a great stat line, but at the end of the day, I just try to make the right play. I just try to make it simple for our team, and I don't want to force anything. I'm a basketball player who, loves to play the game the right way, and don't want to force anything. Of course, I'm gonna be aggressive still, but I mean, the last couple of games, I didn't, I mean, shoot it well, but I know that I can, impact the game a different way if it's defense, or facilitating, and just impact winning. And that's what I've been, doing my whole career, and try to get better at it.
Yeah. Dennis, I think one thing that's interesting is it feels like the Raptors this year, you guys have really stepped up against like better teams. Like anytime we're like on the show, we're like asked about before the game, like, can the Raptors beat the Suns? They got KD over there, they got Devin Booker over there. They're coming off a back-to-back. The plane landed at 4 a.m. after you guys had to get a different plane to come home. They've been just chilling, and they won 7 in a row. And it's those exact type of games. I think it was earlier this season too. Raptors lost 3 straight, and then Milwaukee's coming to town. It's Giannis and Dame. What can you guys do? You guys seem to play better in those kind of games. Why do you think that is?
I don't know, but that's we can't keep doing this during this season. I think it's still early in the season, but we got to make sure that we come out the right way every single game, not just against the good teams. And I think it's coming along together really nicely. I think everybody, kind of believing in their system, try to, get to know coach, get to know the players. And I think, I mean, how we moving the ball, we get 25 plus assists every single game. Don't want to jinx myself or us, but I mean, it's been great how we moving the ball. And I think if we keep doing that, and we believe in that system, what coach brings, we're going to be even better. And we got to do it for 48 minutes, and we got to do it as a team. Scotty Barnes, Pascal, OG, me, everybody in that locker room, we got to make sure that, we bring it on the defensive end first, and then share the ball on the offensive end. And it starts with me as a point guard, setting up my teammates, of course. And I mean, it takes the star players as well.
So obviously you mentioned, the defensive side is a team first thing, but something that stands out to me when you beat these good teams or play well against them is that, well, you guys have OG, right? And OG is pretty good if you put him on Donovan Mitchell or Devin Booker or something like that. How, now that you've played next to OG for 18, 19 games here, how well does he stack up with other elite defenders that you've played with in your career?
I mean, OG is so quiet, but I mean, he is elite. I think one of the best defenders I've seen in this league, and as a teammate. I mean, he's just always in the right spots, making it tough for. I mean, Luka Doncic, Tally's Halliburton in Indiana. Donovan Mitchell, we didn't win that game, but I mean, it made it hell for all these guys, all the superstars in this league. KD and Book last night, and I told him that's elite. I mean, and I feel like we got to win games, and we got to put them on the map for Defensive Player of the Year. But I mean, in that case, we gotta win games, and we got to make sure we get on the map for him. To even have that case to go out there and say, "Oh, listen, we're winning games. He's locking up the best players in the league." And we're winning games, and offensively, he brings so much. His shooting, his ability to cut, playing unselfish in transition, sharing the ball. So I mean, like I said, it's coming well together. And for him, I told him that beginning of the season, he's got to go for Defensive Player of the Year. But I mean, for that to happen, I think we got to win games and we got to, be together as a team and win games. I think that's what the league is about. And it's going to showcase, even more how elite of a defender he is.
Yeah. It's funny because I think most defenders, they're really loud. They get in your face, like a Patrick Beverly type. Marcus Smart gets into your face. Draymond Green will let you hear about it. But OG's very, very quiet, very reserved. He just quietly shuts you down. I appreciate that approach.
Yeah.
It's different. Yeah.
He just get it done.
He
He
does.
just get it done.
What didn't get it done was the plane. That's the team plane. So can you take us through what happened? Because all we heard was that before the game, and I'm already thinking, again, KD and Booker on the other side, I'm worried about this game. And then I hear about how, oh, man, we didn't get in until like 4 a.m., 5 a.m. What happened? Because you guys had to get a different plane to come out of Brooklyn to back home.
Yeah, I mean, after the game, it was like, yo, we want to get out in 45 minutes. Everybody just shower, and get ready.
Oh, I know they're telling you to hurry up. That's for sure.
Yeah, they told me that. I was like, okay, I'm ready because it's a back-to-back.
Okay,
We playing
gotcha.
Phoenix,
Yeah.
and I was like, okay. And then we showered, and then he said, oh, no, guys, never mind. Take your time. We got to like 11:30 or something. That was like an hour late. And he was like, oh, okay. And he said, yeah, we can't fly with our plane. We got to, get a new plane, whatever. I didn't know exactly what happened with our plane, but was complications, of course. And it kept being later than that. 11:30 turns into 12, then 12:30, then 1, and 1:15. Everybody's like, wow, like, we should stay here and then fly in the morning. That's what we're thinking at that point,
Yeah,
and
sure.
but then, I mean, we got it done. I think, landed at like 4:15. I was at home at like 4:45 and 8, and I mean, my kids, of course, wifey got up to say hi, but then we went to sleep, and I woke up at like 2 p.m.
Oh, okay.
Had brunch, and I mean, maybe we gotta always do that when we have that type of energy and have 44 deflections in a game on the defensive side.
Yeah.
And I mean, but we didn't make no excuses. Coach said that too. Don't make excuses. Just go out there, compete on the highest level, and get a W. And that's what we did.
I feel like this is even harder for coaches because a guy like Darko, he might have just had like 10 coffees and just stayed up overnight. Like you know how much Darko loves those coffees.
So
Yeah.
what are you guys doing during all
Yeah.
that time? The flight keeps getting delayed half an hour, 45 minutes, another 15 minutes. What are you guys doing during that time?
Play Boué.
Yeah.
So it
it
was a
wasn't a lot.
profitable plane delay for you.
It was perfect. It was perfect.
Yo, Dennis, hold on.
It was perfect.
Like how? Okay, since you came in the league, like it feels like Blu-ray has just been like the go-to card game for NBA players, right? Do you know the history behind that?
Yeah.
Like where did that come from, and like why Blu-ray in particular?
Chauncey Billups, that's our OG. He was like the first guy to ever, kind of play this game. And I mean, I started when I got to OKC with Russell Westbrook, PG, Raymond Felton,
Okay.
and there was like that kind of Boué group. And I used to play poker, Texas Hold'em.
Yeah.
It's like a patient game. You gotta like bluff, weeds, make
Mhm.
weeds, and after that, when I got to OKC and I get to know Boué, I never stopped after that. That's like my I don't know how to say it, but I love this game. I can play that 8 hours straight. And I mean, it brings us together as well. As a team, we got 5, 6 players, kind of joking about, like the game or what can we do better in the game, playing cards, while doing it. And it's always great for team chemistry. And so, I love it. And I mean, my teammates starting to love it like I do. And we're gonna for sure keep it going.
So first off, who's in the game right now on the Raptors, and who is the worst player so far? If you had to pick one.
Yeah. I mean, it's myself, it's Malachi,
Okay.
is Garrett Temple, Thaddeus Young, and Chris Boucher.
Okay.
So, and Yak is always on the, on the outside, just looking in, want to
Yo,
like
just bring him
see
in,
what
man. Come on,
happens.
yeah.
Yeah, I told him, come on, man, this you might as well just join.
Yeah.
And Otto Porter, sometimes doing the same thing. But the worst player, it's always tough. I mean, it's kind of luck,
It's a bit luck, yeah.
But I mean, at the end of the day, you still got to know how to play. And I know I'm not the worst. I can say that much. But to put a name out here would be wrong.
Yeah, it's okay, man. We know it's Malachi.
We're gonna play this on the show one day, so we could teach everyone how to play. Me, Will, and Alex are gonna play.
Need it.
Yeah,
no, we actually need it. It's like
I'll take $20 off you.
okay, all right, buddy. We'll see. What else? What else I had here? Yeah, I mean, honestly, this is something that people always ask about. But like, how do the players on the Raptors like hang out? Like, are there cliques? Are there like these guys always hang out with each other? These guys always hang out with each other, like, or is it sort of like a mix? Because people always want to know the behind the scenes dynamic of the group.
Yeah, I mean the 5 people I just mentioned. I mean that's like the car group. Of course, I mean all the other guys been here long enough. They always grab dinner and be together. But I want to make a little bit more of a team thing when we get to a different city. That we grab dinner.
Yeah.
We grab dinner with Cleveland with the whole organization, but I want to make it like a routine. I don't want to take people's time, but I think it's always great to
Sure.
have the team chemistry and enjoy togetherness, and just being together and that we, go in a different city, just grab dinner, coach paying for it. So it's free food.
Oh, word?
And then
Okay.
go back to the hotel, get rest, and I think it's always great just to be around each other and don't take the time for granted that we play in the best league in the world. And yeah, I mean, I think that's the big part of what we did with the national team as well, and I want to bring that here as well.
Hey, go ahead.
I wanted to ask about the national team because I saw you got your ring. You got that FIBA World Cup ring. Man, what was your impression of it? Can we see it? Do you have it handy for us?
Hold on.
Oh, it's within reach?
Oh.
It's right here, man.
Yo, it wasn't even planned. Damn.
Okay, so a 23 in diamonds for 2023. What do we got? It looks like
world champion.
Yeah.
What about your MVP, bro? What about MVP? Oh, that's
Come on now. I got that too.
Oh my
17
goodness.
right here.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Yo, Dennis, here's the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go. MVP on the side. So I remember it was Friday night after you guys beat the Bulls. The in-season black court was on the court, and I came downstairs, and I saw a guy waiting with like 2 gigantic chains on. Like 2 just absolutely gigantic chains. And I was like, who is this dude? I never seen this guy in the arena before. I don't think he's like friends and family, maybe. And then I see him walk over to you and hand you what you have in your hand there. So tell us, like, who made the ring, too, because,
I mean, that's Benny the jeweler. He got, a lot of artists, a lot of NBA players. I've been knowing him, I think, like, when I got to OKC, great guy, always taking care of his, customers and treat them like family. So appreciate him doing that ring because that one is special.
Yeah.
I'm never going to forget that moment. And now, I got this nice ring.
You got to flex it around your teammates, too, man. Especially some of the players that play international, But they might show you a Raptor ring.
Pascal, he got that real ring in the NBA too, know. So we want to get some of that.
Pascal's got a G League one too.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Somehow I don't.
Boucher too.
Yeah.
Somehow I don't think the G League ring was as valuable. It was not made by Benny the jeweler, but I appreciate.
No, I have a knockoff one at home. It wasn't as nice as that.
Yeah. Okay, Dennis, we'll call you next week, buddy.
All right, man. Appreciate you guys.
Take care.